Hey y'all, it's Alexis from Ask Alexis here, and it's Moonbeam Monday. But I just had to tell y'all about this download that I got after going to the Hoodoo Fest, the first annual Detroit Hoodoo Festival this weekend. It was so effing dope, y'all. Oh my goodness, I learned so much. I got inspired so much. I felt so much in community with people of like mind and like practice and varying levels of skill set. It was amazing. But one of the speakers, Ifa Bayo, she kept reinforcing spiritual discipline and that 21 days to make a habit, 90 days to make a lifestyle. And that like I hear that you hear that a lot. So like I'm not, I just want to like give that as context. And so then this morning when I was working out, sometimes I had meditated because I also got a reading and I was, I got a little bit like, hey, use your spiritual washcloth a little more often. And so it's because I went out the night before and I meditated that morning. So it was just kind of, I got checked like, you don't get to not meditate because you have fun. But that's cool. I'm down with that life. I like meditating. If spirit be talking and I be listening. And so I was working out this morning and like my trainer had me do something that made me angry. So first epiphany, I'm not used to working that hard unless I'm angry. And here come my daddy and my dog. I'm not used to working that hard unless I'm angry. So what that tell you about my work ethic, just for work ethic's sake? I got to feel like I'm earning something in order to be putting in all that effort. But that's okay. I'm recalibrating. And I'm seeing how I work and I'm seeing how I move, right? And then once you see how you move, you tweak it for efficiency. And so that's the first epiphany. Like, oh, okay. But because I'm a person who's multi-talented, pivoting ain't so hard, especially when you've been through the amount of trauma I've been through. Sometimes you've just been taught pivoting like people get taught to swim. They just throw you in and be like, all right, you got to survive. And pivot might be the way. And so I just don't, if I don't like it, I do something else. I follow the path of desire. However, sometimes desire rides you real high and then normal be a little bit of a letdown. We'll get to that lesson another day. That was yesterday's epiphany, but I kept that one for myself. But the second epiphany, what has me having changes in my body, and while I am still working on my body, I am loving the body I'm in. So y'all get to see it because my Coke bottle coming back, my belly getting a little bit more the shape I wanted. I'm liking the way my hips and roundness work, right? Like I'm feeling real good about myself. And in that, it's just because I like it, right? I love the body I was in before I started working out, so it wasn't working out to get to somewhere until I started seeing changes. I did get a little bit in love with myself, but that's okay. You're supposed to be. That's my business, as Auntie Tab say. But so, I realized what the difference was that got me like keeping coming. First, I got a new trainer. My trainer speaks to me in my language and supports me through the emotionally tough parts of my workout in a way that allows me to pivot and still be successful in my body without feeling shame about having an emotional reaction. So I love my trainer, Angela from AFIT. She is teaching me how to have movement be a part of my lifestyle. But y'all know I be out here doing this mental, spiritual, emotional training with y'all. And so it was like, okay, what's the thing? I'm an advocate of start behavior instead of stop behavior because I don't like restrictions, right? Like I was a neglected child. I got to do what I wanted to do a lot. So something like telling me no, I don't really like that. Working on it, learn how to just pivot and don't take it personal. So but the thing is I started coming back after I would quit. And that was the difference maker. And so here is the Moonbeam download that it might have took me a minute to get to, but if you still listening, this is the real good meat, okay? So get ready for this good bite. What if it took 21 days in a row of quitting to count quitting as a habit? Let that one sink in. You get to quit as many times as you want as long as you don't do it 21 days in a row before you can count yourself out to be a quitter. Because if the rule is it takes 21 days to make a habit, it takes 21 days to make you a quitter. So stop all of that, I don't want to do it just 1 or 2 or 3 times, and then being like, I ain't going to come back to my passion. Why? Because if you just don't stop quitting, you'll be successful at your passion. The only people who fail are people who quit when they down. Some other person said that I'm bad at names. I can't remember, but that ain't my quote, but it's one I live by. So 21 days to make a quitting habit. Start thinking like that and your behavior will shift. I promise. Okay? As Cardi B say, okay. I'm feeling real festive and animated this morning. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna go be silly with myself.